Prescott with some time, lofting it for Lamb. It's incomplete. Blankenship had pretty good coverage there, and a 3-and-out for the Cowboys. Matched up against Julio Jones there. 3rd down and 5. Hurts runs away from pressure, trying to get to the edge. Armstrong chasing, and he got him.
Go, go, go. Go, go, go.
And now they go on a late snap count, and it worked to perfection. I thought they were just going to fake him, but it did the job. And Hurts, shocker, he picks up the 1st down again.
Yeah, that is a huge advantage to run your offense.
4-man rush. It's blocked up. Hurts is a man wide open, and it's caught for the 1st down. Olamide Zaccheaus hauls it in. Fake to Gainwell. Hurts standing in far side of the field. It is caught. There's A.J. Brown, who cuts it inside and gets down inside the 35.
Like we saw 2 plays ago from Williams.
3rd and 15. Quick hitter. Brown on the slant. Makes the catch. Fighting forward. And all of a sudden, it's a 4th down, and we'll call it 3. 4th and 3. Blitz coming. Hurts throws. Far side. It is caught. 1st down. Dallas Goedert inbounds. And the drive continues.
Devontae Smith, he's an ultimate weapon at that tight end position.
Give it to Gainwell right side, who gets through. Gainwell to the end zone, leaping in the air, and he's in for the touchdown. Take a quick lead on the Cowboys. And Dallas will have it for the 2nd time. As Turpin looking aggressive, and he's going to take it out. That's why. Dangerous indeed. An all-pro returner who's got space. Kevontae Turpin out across the 45. Big-time return for Turpin. Prescott. Pocket collapses. He's in trouble. Trying to get to the 1st down at a great effort, and he's going to get there.
Now as a lead back, haven't found that element so far.
4-man rush. It's blocked up near side. Ferguson, the tight end. 2 Eagles converge. And Ferguson fighting forward near a 1st down. He's going to be a yard short. On the fake. Prescott lofting. Lamb open. He's got it. Still on his feet. Now taken down inside the 5. And it's CeeDee Lamb on 4th and 1. Who delivers to make it 1st and goal? Quick throw. Ferguson is in. Touchdown, Dallas. Fake to him here. Time for Hurts. Now can't find anyone, and he's swallowed up whole. He had time initially, but the pocket broke down, and Armstrong was there, and so was Parsons, who's always in the middle of it. Here's Prescott. Get it out to Pollard, who's wide open, and then just sprints up the far sideline, out to the 26-yard line. 4-man rush. Prescott can't find anyone. Scrambling, throwing, flag flies. Ferguson comes back to get it. Jake Ferguson with a good move into Philly territory and all the way down to the 34, but there's a flag back near the line of scrimmage, so let's see.
You can see it there by just giving him a chance.
Pressure on Prescott from Reddick, who takes him down. Hassan Reddick gets home. Got to get to the 24. Pressure on Prescott. He gets away. Looking down the field, firing, and it's caught for the 1st down. CeeDee Lamb got open, and the Cowboys convert. Pick up 17 to Lamb.
Ability to extend the play is just hard to match up for these secondary defenders.
And Reddick able to come off under his own power. Now it's Prescott over the middle looking for Ferguson. He wants a penalty. He's going to get it. The Kobe Dean was on the coverage there. And a score. He may have had another here.
Yeah, a little stick nod. Looks like a little sticky route, and then you're going to nod it up the middle.
3rd and goal. Prescott looks, pumps, throws. It is caught for the touchdown by Turpin. He comes back in and he scores, and the Cowboys grab the lead.
A lot of really nice things to say about the job Brian Johnson's done.
Here's Hurts, 3rd and long. Fires over the middle, and it's caught for a 1st down. Devontae Smith in the slot. Now he comes in motion. Now they flip it to him. Gainwell on the lead block, and a good one. Here is DeAndre Swift all the way down to the 20. 3rd and 3. Give it to Gainwell right up the gut. Looks like he gets to the 10, and that'll be a 1st and goal for the Eagles. Swift sprinting to the edge, and Parsons, he's close. He's going to be short inside the 1. Parsons got a hand on him.
Not sure if they got the right people out there.
Brotherly shove time. They shoves him in by 2 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia. I don't know if I could do that again if you tried. So here's Prescott looking for an answer. Oh, in stride, CeeDee Lamb. Beauty on the slant cut. 1st down, pick up a quick 15. With 4:01 to go in this 1st half. 2nd down. Blitz is picked up. Now Prescott is in trouble and he gets dropped. The Kobe Dean was there, so was Fletcher Cox. Now it's 3rd and 15. Stun is picked up. Prescott lets it rip. Lamb makes the catch, and he is stopped short, about 2 yards short of a 1st. Over the middle, it's caught by Ferguson. 1st down, Dallas. What a big 1st half he's had.
3rd and under 5. He's not going to give him more time.
3rd and 3 here. Over the middle, dropped by Gallup. He had the 1st. No one was near him, and he just couldn't hang on. It went off the post on an extra point earlier. This kick is up, and it is good. Boy. Got to get to the 35. Pressure from Parsons. Hurts has a man for a 1st down. It's A.J. Brown, his 5th catch of the day. Fake the blitz. Hurts in trouble again. And Micah Parsons is going to wrap him up for a big sack. And Hurts is slow to get up. 3rd and 2 for the Eagles. Hurts give to, no, it's a keeper. Hurts, 1st down, and slides down and gets hit by Parsons. Swift, this time jets through a big hole. DeAndre Swift down to the 40. Hurts, pressure from Armstrong. Man wide open, it is Swift who makes the catch, has a 1st down inside the 30. To throw it again. 4-man pressure. Hurts going deep for the end zone. Devontae Smith has got it. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Do they make those calls?
Here is Pollard. Big hole for Tony Pollard. And a 1st down. On a fake. He's got time here. Lets it rip far side of the field. Caught for a 1st down. 4-man rush. 1st read not there. Here's Ferguson. Comes back to get it and now is swarmed by Eagles. Is down to the 43. About halfway to a 1st down. Get that brotherly shove. Quarterback sneak going, and again it's successful. And a little confusion as Swift breaks a couple of tackles and has a 1st down. Boy, I'm not sure if Hurts was deciding to keep it or hand off. Either way, it worked. Hurts rolling out all in stride. Goddard had a head of steam and a 1st down for Dallas Goedert inside the 20 and all the way down to the 12-yard line.
See A.J. Brown, he's kind of tucked in behind the right side of the offensive line.
Hurts keeps it. A.J. Brown makes a move, and he's in for the touchdown.
For this Dallas offense.
Prescott, quick hit over the middle. Lamb in stride. 1st down, CeeDee Lamb runs away from Byard. And a big gain as CeeDee Lamb up to the 49. 4-man rush. Prescott far side of the field in traffic. Michael Gallup makes the catch, and he's got a 1st down.
Get 2 downs to pick this up.
On the fake. Pressure coming. Prescott throws. Oh, terrific catch by Gallup. Runs a route from there. Prescott hits him off that route, and a catch and a spin and a move, and he's down just a little short of a 1st down. One-on-one against Darius Slay at the top 2. But they will run it to Pollard, who makes a good move, but I don't know if that's enough. They're going to line up with their own version of the sneak, and Prescott, boy, he didn't really move. Maybe a second surge. And now I think that second ever got it. Now tempers flare, flags fly.
I mean, they didn't have one wide receiver.
After the play, personal foul, unnecessary roughness, defense, number 31. The penalty is half the distance to the goal, first down.
Looking to throw. He's got room to run. Going to try to get in. Diving. Flipped over and he's short. Pressure. End zone. It is. Caught for the touchdown. Schoonmaker. The rookie. I'll tell you what. That's really close.
That's really close. It looked like...
Well, they called this a touchdown, as we showed you before we went to break. They overturned it. It was not. Schoonmaker, his knee down, the ball is short, and the Eagles will take over on that 4th and goal stop from the 1.
And even if you fail, you get the ball around midfield. They need that to be the way this plays out.
Try to set up a screen here to Smith, trying to get to the outside. He's wrestled down. Well played by Dallas. Deron Bland from midfield. Stunt coming. Prescott sees it, recognizes it. It's Lamb. Makes the catch. First down, stays in bounds, and he's down near the 35. Couple of sacks for the Eagles, too. 2nd and 10. Can't find anyone. Still looking around. Penalty flag flies, and it's caught by Tolbert inside the 5. But again, a penalty. So let's see what this is. Prescott. Looking, throwing, end zone, he's got it for the touchdown, it's Jalen Tolbert. Prescott scrambling again, trying to run, is he going to get there? He is for the 2, and it's a 3-point game. Hold on, let's see.
Does he stay in bounds?
Oh my goodness.
No, he does not.
Looking to throw. Blitz coming. Hurts. Lofting. A.J. Brown out of bounds. On the fake. Prescott over the middle deep. Lamb in stride. CeeDee Lamb has a first down.
The faster you go, the better.
Prescott gets it out to Cooks, who makes a catch, and a penalty from back in the secondary. Someone didn't like it. 3rd and 10. Prescott, quick throw underneath. It is the tight end for a first down. There's Ferguson. 4th round draft pick. Prescott, pressure coming, and he is dropped. Brandon Graham gets home. 4-man rush. Prescott delivers in traffic. It's caught by Lamb. Prescott, near side coverage, incomplete. Bradbury was there all over Jalen Tolbert, and the Eagles will take over. They will run it. Oh, that ball is loose. It's on the ground. Oh my goodness, who's going to get it?
He ran into... Wow.
Oh my. And the Eagles maintain possession.
Wow.
Tyler Steen. Looking, throwing deep, and a penalty flag at the end of this. Bradbury was there on Gallup. Bradbury is hurt. But all of a sudden, with no timeouts, now you got a chance. You put him up near midfield.
Pass interference. Defense, number 24. The ball we placed at the spot of the foul. Philly Desters charged their first excess timeout for an injury after the 2-minute warning.
Pressure. Prescott stands in, delivers. Ferguson. Let's see, did they wind the clock or not? Did he get out of bounds and go forward? There's a penalty back by the quarterback, too. He's out of bounds. Clock stops. Penalty. Let's check that out.
You could see that Philly...
Personal foul. Roughing the passer.
Oh, my goodness.
Defense, number 7. 15-yard penalty. Automatic first down.
Yeah, they're saying that Hassan Reddick, you see him, he knew it. He tried helping him up to lessen the blow, but the official determined that was late.
32 seconds ago. Here's Prescott. Throws it out far side. There is nobody there. Lamb, first down, out of bounds. Prescott. Pressure. He's in trouble. He's sacked. Josh Sweat gets home, and there's no timeouts. They're going to run a play. Prescott. Throw an end zone. He's got no choice in the corner. It is out of bounds with 5 seconds left. And we got a whistle. What happened here? The play clock went down to 0. Did they get it off?
Delay of game. Offense. 5-yard penalty. 3rd down.
All or nothing. Prescott dancing around. Just going to throw in the end zone. His catch is made by